Well, good morning again, YouTube. I've got this window razor set in here. Works good. Energy up. Goes up. Hits. I made it solid here on the bottom with a little piece of angle iron. Clamped it in. It goes up and down good. I'm gonna have to cut this bracket off here, top and bottom. It just sticks out too far. I don't know what I'm gonna do for a door panel, but what I do know is that I have to get all of this window mechanism solidly welded in. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get this welded in, and then I'm going to make this top piece here. I'm going to try cutting this channel I made and bending it to that shape, and then I'll use some low temperature welding rod for it, and I'll try to weld that into a shape. Then I can probably screw it in, or I may just glue it in. I can still get my window in if I have this channel removable. It's going up and down good right now. I'm not sure whether I've got it perfectly vertical or not, but I have to make me some kind of brace that holds this top in, and I'll probably just take a rod or something and weld it across the top there on both sides. Get all the mechanics of this put in, and the window channel, and then later on I'll try to figure out what to do with a door panel. But the main thing is to get all of the mechanics in and get the wires laid into it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get this one in and welded good, try to make that top, and then we'll move on to the other door. Once I get this set up, then I'll know what I can do to the other door. A lot of work later. I got that one channel cut up and put in the middle here. On the big curve is every inch, and got down in here into the where it goes into the corner like every quarter inch. It really took a lot to get this thing cut, but I got it in, and it's I've got it clamped where it's going to go. So what I'm going to do is take some JB Quick, and I'm going to mix it up and squish it into all these holes here, and that should make this pretty solid. And then I could paint it later, but basically I need this bar to hold the shape, and that's the only thing I can think of. I still haven't put this vertical bar in. I've just got it up in there now, holding it. Vertical, I guess. Anyway, I'll put some JB weld in here and see. Well, I JB welded it all up. Used most of a tube. I got this side pretty good all the way in all of the cracks, and it's clamped in. I got a little bit in the corners on the outside. Don't know how well this is going to work. I'm sure it will work because this JB weld's pretty strong and there's really not any pressure on it. I think what I can do is, I know I can put the window in. I can take out this piece right here, and I can get the window into the channel here, and by just having this one edge taken off. So I think what I'm going to do, or what I'm hoping I'll do, is I'll put my rubber in here and glue the rubber in. And I'll probably just glue all of this in. This is JB welded, so it ain't going nowhere. I could probably JB weld the whole thing into the door. I ordered a big industrial tube, 4 ounces or something. I think these little ones here are like an ounce a piece. But I just don't know. I need to move on this thing and make up my mind. If glue is what it takes, then glue is what it's going to get. Meanwhile, while this stuff is drying up, I can go ahead and weld my brackets in. I've got that where I know it goes. So I can clean this door up, cut this one off. I've kind of been fighting with this window all day. I took this piece out that I had JB welded, cleaned it all up good. It's still a little bendy because I only did it on one side, and I couldn't get the window to roll up and down good. You can see I only got a little piece of rubber in here. It's good, and this one here has got enough room to get a rubber in. I trimmed about 1/8 of an inch off the edge of the window. But my problem is right here in this corner. The rubber doesn't want to set in right. Kind of want to go to one side. And we'll show you this is this side here. Now I've got the rubber setting in there right. And the channel's bent pretty good, so I think I'm good to go here. This side I did get JB welded up. It looks alright. I really don't like this big gap here, but it's about the same front to back. So I'll just fill this up with silicone, seam sealer or something. But I've got this in there now, and it's rolled up good and the rubber's held down good. So I'm going to go ahead and try to fill this side here where the cuts are with JB weld. I got a little left of it, so I'm going to try to do that, and I'll leave it set overnight again. And hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to sort it out. Looks like this could be trimmed a little more there. I'll get that metal fitting better. But first thing is to get it filled up with JB weld, and we'll see what that looks like. Try to fill that all up with JB weld. Looks pretty good. I guess I should have done that yesterday, but it looks all right. I'm just looking here at all of this area. I got finish up this corner, a little around the hinge, Right in here I need some. Got to do quite a bit of body work to this thing. It's little stuff, but it's time consuming. And I think what I'll do to that rubber in there, where it's going around the corner, is folding up and being too tight. So I'll probably take 2 or 3 places in there and just cut a little pie cut in it to make it go around the corner. This one here is this one's looking all right. But somehow that corner, this corner's kind of messed up. It's a little sharper curves than this one. Anyway, there it is, JB welded up, and I went ahead and cut this up and just put me a tack on it, so this is pretty straight. It's probably not perfectly vertical. I can still move it around a little. I'll just have to cut one of those tacks off, but I'm good enough here. I got room to adjust the window in the top. It kind of looks a little crooked according to the door, but if you measure it, it's going pretty much straight up and down inside the frame, and it's putting pretty good pressure on it, and it's not bending. I'll have to make some kind of a brace that goes from here over to the side on the top. I'll cut the rest of this off. I'll just make the mechanism good, and I'll continue to adjust this window until it'll go up and down, and I'm going to just leave the inner door panel off. You can see there I tightened it here on the bottom with a clamp, and it looks like it's hitting right behind that hinge, so I need to grind that down and get a straight shot and figure out a way to mount that into the door. Right now I can take it apart. I can get this window down, pull out this piece, and then get the window out, so it can be assembled and disassembled. It's not real easy, but can be done. And I may have to do something with this door hinge here. I'm not, or the door opener, the stop. Haven't figured that out. I just want to get the window working right. And once I can get this figured out, then I'll know how to do the other side. I got a bunch more JB weld coming, and also some low temperature aluminum rod. So on the other one I'll probably try to get it in place, and then hopefully I can use that aluminum rod and tack it, and then take it out and fill it with JB weld, because I know I won't be able to weld up all them little cuts in there. But anyway, I think the window's going to fit good. It rolls up and down pretty good right now. So we'll see tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Sure do appreciate it. Well, here's our kind of final product. I got this all JB welded up, got it shaped good, and I filled this the inside of the aluminum up with what do you call it, hard silicone windshield sealer. And I've got all of this straightened out in here. I've got my this aluminum here is pretty straight. Of course, this one's lined up good. I've got it up in there as tight as I can get it. I put a couple pry bars here on the bottom, forced it up tight into there, and it looks like my windshield sealer filled it up good. This is pretty tough stuff. I'll show you. Here's a chunk I was able to pull out of the see, it's still a little wet right in there, but it's really tough. I got a hold of it with a pair of pliers and I was able to pull it out of the tube, but it's awfully tough, so when that hardens it should hold that in there real good. Alright, I got this pretty much done. I measured from the center of the track, or the edge of the track, over to the door channel. I got it parallel, I don't know what that is, 14¼ inches, 14½. Same top to bottom, so the channel's going up and down. I put in these two braces here against the inside of the door panel. That's holding it good. It's moving just a little in and out, but that's not a big deal. So the channel will go up and down straight. I've got this glued in. I used that window sealant, and I'm pretty straight up and down here. I'm close to my door hinge, but my door lock, but I can get something in there. This all looks real good and solid. It's going up and down good. I still have two adjustments here in the window clamp that I can alter this a little bit, and I also welded a stop right here. This channel here is glued into the door, so it's not going anywhere. It might move a little in and out this way, but with the window in it, it can't really go anywhere. So in order to get this out, I was going to try to make it where I could just take a couple screws out, but to get this out of here, you have to cut the rubber that it's glued in with. Then you could get it out. So the only reason I would have to take that window out now would be to finish getting the paper off of it, but I'm pretty sure I can soak this with water and that paper will come off real easy. I'm good here on the top. Like I said, I can adjust it a little here. But anyway, there's the electric window pretty much finished, and it's going up and down good. I might have to mount that motor a little better, put maybe one little brace on it somewhere to hold it, and then I gotta figure out some kind of inside door panel to mount the switch to. But this was the hard part, getting this thing in there straight, and where it's going up and down, and the window channel going up and down, so that's all good. Don't really want to take it right down right now because that glue's still drying. But I'll test it out for you in a little while when it gets pretty firm. Well, morning again, guys. I've been kind of working on this. Now, I've got this aluminum piece that I put in here to hold a window channel, and this is all good. Now, I tried to fill this best I could with some Bondo, but it's really hard to get in there. And I JB welded a lot of this together where I'd cut it, but I've still got some little gaps and cuts in it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to take my finger and a glove, and I'm going to try to spread some Bondo in here with a kind of a nice little round piece or shape, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to call that good. I'll get another side window channel for this. I found enough 3-4 foot pieces for like $80, so I got a lot of money tied up in this window. It's about $100 for the glass and $100 for the aluminum. Well, not quite $100, and I got $100 in electric. So these windows are going to cost me $200-300 a piece, but it's got to be done, and this will make it real pleasant to drive and everything. So anyway, I'm going to mock up some, or make up some Bondo here. I'm going to try to put this stuff in with my finger. We'll see what it looks like. Alright, guys, this is all dried, and I'll give you a little shot of this thing working. Here's my down. Works good. Here's the up. Goes up, hits, clamps. All works good. My brackets held good. It's nice and solid. I've got it all fitting good. So this window's a done deal. Now I have to duplicate it on the other side.